Scunthorpe is the steelworks and the steelworks is Scunthorpe. You can't separate the two.
I was in the town centre on Saturday and it's like there's a big grey cloud hung over everybody.
Put simply, without the steelworks, there would be no Scunthorpe.
Tata Steel confirmed it was cutting 1,200 jobs in North Lincolnshire and Lanarkshire.
This is an industry in crisis.
My name's Charlotte Upton and I am an electrician at the plate mill in Scunthorpe. When people got told about the job redundancies, obviously the mood was extremely low. People are worried about how they're going to pay their mortgages, they're worried about how they're going to afford Christmas.
I think when the announcement was made, it was, I think the best way to describe it would be stunned silence, while it's just sunk in the gravity of what had been announced. I'm Martin Foster and I'm the Unite Trade Union Convener for Scunthorpe Tata Steel. A lot of people don't realise just how big the site at Scunthorpe is. It covers 2,000 acres. In its heyday it had 26,000 people employed in the steel industry in Scunthorpe, but over the years that's shrunk and shrunk.
We are a working man's cafe. Customers are a lot of steel workers, a lot of contractors from the steel workers, and even lorry drivers passing through that's dropping off at the steelworks. So if the steelworks goes, I lose all of them straight away. I'm Karen Hope Dilly and we're in the Grange Lane Cafe in Scunthorpe. I've had the business for 8 years. It upsets me to see them all really upset, wondering what's going to happen with their jobs. I do find it very concerning for everybody.
The knock-on effects of the decline of the steelworks will be enormous throughout the town. The cafes that are around the corner, or the car garages that are relying on the trade of the steelworkers. There will not be a person in Scunthorpe that won't be affected if the steelwork goes.
I'm Christian, I work at Midland Garage. I've recently bought the business after my boss retired. There's a fair worry, yeah, everybody knows somebody who works on the steelworks, family, friends, stuff like that. So yeah, everybody's a little bit concerned at the minute and they've got the right to be.
Iron is on the case.
Christmas is coming up and I've got a young child. I couldn't justify spending a lot of money on toys and Christmas presents and stuff when I don't know if I'll have a job in January, February time. It's not right.
You can have this. You can have Iron Man.
Over the last 6-7 years we've lost circa 2,000 jobs at Scunthorpe Steelworks so far. The High Street 10 years ago was quite a busy place. You'd see plenty of people milling about. The current 900 that's just been announced for Scunthorpe will just make that worse.
Steel towns like Scunthorpe and Redcar have been buffeted by factors outside their control.
The company blamed a flood of cheap steel imports, particularly from China.
Higher energy prices and higher business rates are magnifying the impact in the UK.
We can't keep being the poor relations, we can't keep competing with other companies in Europe who pay lower rates and lower energy prices than we do. All we want from the government is a level playing field. If we don't, then I fear that the industry in this country will disappear.
This is the letter that I wrote to David Cameron, which I wrote to try and personalise the story of the steelworkers in Scunthorpe. It's been in national and local newspapers. On Facebook I've had messages from people in Canada and America and stuff, which is really cool actually.
You sure? I think, to be honest, we're part to blame for it because everybody wants things cheaper, don't they? And the Chinese produce stuff on such a mass scale that they can just beat anybody else's prices. We should maybe look at ourselves and think about buying locally as opposed to going abroad for everything.
So you can see we've got all the smoke and everything coming out. When that's gone, what we're going to be looking at? Are we going to be looking at the steelworks just left there rotting away? For a lot of people in the town, that is their bread and butter. sad. It's very, very sad.
You miss me, miss me, miss me, poo, poo, poo. There's £9 million that the government's pledged to help retrain and redeploy people in other jobs. I want my job on the steelworks. I like my job. So no, I don't have a plan B, because I've never... it was a job for life when I applied for it.
I would be most upset if I had to leave Scunthorpe. It's given me a good life. All my family's here. I've got a daughter who's 14 and soon to be 15 next month. And obviously if we had to move, that would be a big wrench for her at that time in her education.
Thank you very much. I'm worried for my business that I've worked for the last 8 years for, put a lot of hard work into it, but I think it's going to get even harder. At the moment, I'd say I don't see a future for Scunthorpe. I hope and pray there is going to be one, but no, I really, in my heart of hearts, don't hold any hope out for the steelworks.